So I'm currently 25 years old. Most people may not think I'm like, you know, old, but you know, being in your 20s, you learn a lot of crap and you go through a lot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So the first thing that I learned in my 20s is that I don't need to impress anybody. And when I say impress anybody, so you know how, I don't know, I feel like there's like this whole new trend going on where people feel like they have to buy luxury things just to make them feel better. It does, in my opinion, I feel like I don't have to buy luxury things. I could go buy a pack of sunflower seeds right now and I'll be happy. But like people will see like all these people buying Gucci slides, Gucci purse, and they feel like they have to like break their backs to go, you know, buy it when they know they don't make enough to go buy it. I'm just like, why are you spending all your money on that? And honestly, I make enough now to buy stuff like that, but why am I gonna waste $5,000 on a bag when I can invest that $5,000 into something else that'll, you know, make me more money in the future? So like most of my money, I put it back into my business. I have two businesses now. I have Surprise Beauty Labs where I make private label skincare products, and then I'm relaunching my retail skincare brand, Surprise Skin Essentials. And I feel like I basically feel like I put more of my money in there than, you know, buying all the extra stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I splurge on myself a little. Like for example, like a month ago, I bought this new camera that I'm filming on. I have the Canon EOS R6, and in total I paid about like $3,000 for that camera, but I know I'm gonna be able to do a lot with that camera. I'm going on vacation next week to Europe, and I'm gonna have a bomb camera to take pictures on. So that's how I feel. And like even with cars, so currently my car is paid off and I have no car payment. I just have my car insurance. Everybody's like, oh, you need to get a new car, you need to do this. I mean, I feel like I thought about the new car because I feel like everyone else is getting new cars, and I kind of like was, you know, falling into temptation of that. But looking at these new cars, I'm not trying to pay $500 for a car payment. That $500 can pay for a vacation. If you do that 500 times 12, we're gonna do that 500 times 12 right now so I can tell you how much it is. $6,000. Do you know how many vacations I can go on for $6,000? Mind you, I don't really go anywhere right now and I'm traveling, so it's like I'm putting miles on this car. I'd rather put miles on this car than a brand new car. So that's how I feel about that. Second, you have to be independent in your 20s, honestly. So last year my mom did pass away, and I feel like I had a rude awakening because now I own a house, I have a lot of responsibilities, and like people make it seem like owning a house is fun. It's really not. It's a lot of responsibility. I had to pay my HOA, I had to pay my mortgage. I didn't know what the hell an escrow was. I didn't know about taxes, paying my light bill, water. It's honestly a lot. Like people make it seem like it's fun. If you can, live with your parents as long as you can and save up your money. Like people would be so quick to move out of their parents' house not realizing it costs a lot to live on your own. Like especially now with like inflation and stuff, a one bedroom costs like $1,700. My mortgage is $1,700 and I have a 3-bedroom house and it's a house. So you see where I'm coming from with this? Like you don't have to prove to anybody that you're independent just because you move out of your parents' house and stuff. You can stay at your parents' house and be independent, because up until my mom died, I was living with her, but I paid all my bills by myself. I didn't ask her for money. We split the mortgage, so I was independent, but I was still living with her. Thirdly, one thing that I did learn in my 20s is so far, let me say so far because I'm not in my 20s yet, is friends. So when it comes to friends, not every friend is gonna be there your whole entire life, or you're always gonna make new friends, especially when you get to different stages of life. You're gonna have those friends that all they want to do is party. They have like no encouragement or any, you know, need to like, you know, get a career, do something to better themselves. And then you have those friends that are like, you know, I'm gonna get my master's, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna start this business. So you have like different groups of friends, and I feel like I kind of have that. I have like those friends that kind of just be chilling in life, not really going much places, and then I have the friends that like have goals and want to get to places. So of course I don't want to be, you know, stuck up. I need to do a little partying or whatever, go out whenever I want to. So I do have, you know, friends that I'll do that with, but there's friends that you can't have certain conversations with, like the serious conversations. For example, my business, like if I have to talk about my business to some of my friends, there's certain people I wouldn't talk to about that because they're gonna be like, you know, why the hell are you telling me this? Like I can care less about this, I don't understand it. So that's how I feel about that. And then I feel like with friends, you know, when you're in high school, you talk to your best friend every single waking minute, every second of the day. I feel like once you're starting to get older, you don't have to talk to your friends every single day just to be friends. I have friends that I talk to them like every 4 to 6 months just to check up on them, and then when we link up, it's like we never, you know, never left each other. So back to friends. Yeah, like you don't have to talk to them every day just to be friends, because everyone is busy. Some of my friends have kids. I can't expect them to be like, you know, there every waking second of the day for me. It's just not gonna happen. The fourth thing that I learned in life is money management. So money management is very important, especially if you're not living with your parents. Like, you want to make sure you know what you're spending on. So when I turned, I think I was 19. Yeah, when I was 19 and I passed my LPN boards, my mom sat me down and she made a budget. She was like, this, you need to know how much you're spending every month. You need to know how much your rent is, how much your car payment, your insurance, and how much you're spending on food. That way you know how much you're able to spend on, like, you know, leisure stuff, like going to the mall, going out, buying food. Because if you don't know how much you're spending, you're just deducting from your bank account and you don't know what the hell, where that money is going. So since as a travel nurse I get paid weekly, I do my budget for every week, so I know exactly what I'm paying every week to the T. Literally, I know when I'm paying my mortgage. I usually pay my mortgage the week before it's due. When I'm paying my car insurance, when I'm paying my light bill, when I'm paying the rent here, because I am doubling my expenses. So I do have rent here in Charlotte and I have my mortgage back home in Orlando. So I definitely have to like budget properly to make sure I'm not you know, overspending. And of course you want to make sure you're saving. So my biggest goal is to save. Since I am on my own now, I feel like I have to save money and be very cautious with money, because I don't have that parent that I had to depend on like I did before. Because if you know, if I flopped and I was broke, I would just be like, hey mom, can I have money? Right now I really can't do that. I mean, I have my dad, but it's not the same relationship I had with my mom. My mom is the one who helped me through nursing school and everything. I wasn't working, and I was working, but I was able to not pay rent. She didn't make me pay rent while I was in nursing school. Paid for a whole bunch of stuff for me. So it's like, you know, you get what I mean. I'm not trying to get all sobby and stuff. The last and fifth thing that I learned in my 20s so far is that I need to travel. So, you know, like, I don't know if it's like the Korean, but you know, like the older generation, they feel like they have to work. One thing with like my parents, and what I noticed with like my aunts and uncles, like the older ones, is that they work. They never go on vacation. They never take time for themselves. And my mom was one of them. She's always been a hard worker. If she took PTO, she would just take one day of PTO because she needed to go somewhere, like maybe like a church event or something. But she didn't take like time off to like go on vacation, like, oh, let's go to New Jersey, let's go to New York. I mean, she eventually started to do that, but it wasn't until I told her. I'm like, you need to take out time for yourself. So I feel like, especially with nursing, I feel like I'm starting to get burned out. I don't know if it's because of night shift, but I feel like with nursing, you have to take a break. Like, you gotta take a vacation once in a while, because if you don't, y'all, you're going to, I don't know, you're gonna be burnt to the ground. So next week I'm actually going to Europe, and I'm so excited. I'm going to Barcelona, Ibiza, and I think Valencia. And then in July I'm going to Mexico for my cousin's 30th birthday. So it feels good to be able to go on vacation, you know, forget about all your problems and everything, because, you know, I don't want to think about work, I don't want to think about my business, I don't want to think about any stressors or anything. So I feel like we have to take time out for ourselves. And when I first started working in the hospital, I used to feel guilty to ask for PTO, but I'm like, why am I feeling guilty? Because first off, these people are letting us drown. So it's like, you're the reason why I'm burnt out. And so you kind of need that time out. And you know, we want to promote self-care and everything this year, so that's exactly what I'm doing. Self-care, and I'm freaking traveling. I do want to eventually take a trip by myself. I'm kind of scared to do that, but I think I'm friendly enough and open enough to be like, you know, talk to people and stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it by the end of the year or maybe next year, but I definitely want to take a trip by myself and just explore and not worry about anybody else than myself. So yeah, your girl's trying to live a soft life this year, not trying to stress about a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not living to paycheck anymore, so it's like, and I'm able to save a lot of money. So yeah, so for this video, if you agree with me, you agree with me, but these are the 5 things that I've learned so far in my 20s. Your girl got 5 more years, so in 5 years I'll probably make a video and tell you maybe some of these things might change, or I might learn some new stuff, but we shall see. If you guys love my channel, if you love this video, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Sabrina's the name, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.